He will issue executive order to require voter ID. President Donald Trump said on Saturday that he has decided to issue an executive order to request that federal elections require the presentation of voter ID in order to cast a ballot. Voter ID must be part of every single vote. No exceptions. Trump wrote on a post on Truth Social, "I will be doing an executive order to that end." The president did not give a timeline for his order. The midterm elections will be held on November 3rd, 2026. States have authority over how to hold their elections as long as they comply with federal prohibitions. The president also repeated his opposition to the widespread adoption of mail-in ballots and the use of electronic voting systems, although this time he didn't say they would be the subject of any executive action. Also, no mail-in voting except for those that are very ill and the faraway military. Use paper ballots only, he said. Earlier this month, Trump had pledged to issue an executive order ahead of the 2026 midterm elections to end the use of mail-in ballots and return to the use of paper ballots instead of voting machines. In March, Trump also issued a sweeping executive order to overhaul election rules related to voter registration, election law enforcement, electronic voting machine security, voting deadlines, and foreign interference in U.S. elections. He said the changes were intended to safeguard the vote against what he describes as fraud, errors, or suspicion. After legal groups filed suit, claiming that the order exceeded presidential authority, a federal judge agreed in part with the plaintiffs, blocking implementation of much of the executive order, while allowing a directive to tighten mail-in ballot deadlines around the country to remain in force. Trump also pushed for the passage of the SAVE Act, a major overhaul of federal election law that was passed by the House, but floundered in the Senate, where it would have required support from Democratic lawmakers to pass. At the state level, Texas Republicans, at Trump's urging, recently passed legislation to redraw their state's congressional maps to increase Republicans' hold on the U.S. House delegation by 5 seats. Governor Greg Abbott signed the bill into law on August 29th. California lawmakers have responded with a push to increase Democrats' hold over California's U.S. House delegation. Joseph Lord and Jackson Richmond contributed to this report.